Why cryptocurrency is here to stay, I'll tell you why. History always repeats itself. If the history books have taught us anything, it's that history repeats itself. And in currency in itself, in general, currency, this is something that always comes around again. So when currency originally started out on planet Earth, it started out with a coin. People had metal coins, and over time, people thought, there's got to be a more efficient way to handle money. Coins are heavy. It's a very impractical way to go about making a currency. So then they made the dollar bill, the paper money, and which was fantastic, revolutionized the currency industry. Can you imagine playing around with coins the whole time and someone walked up to you with paper? Everyone thought, that's kind of crazy. This thing isn't as durable. This is insane. Well, it caught on, and people still use it to this day. People, you'll notice, don't really use coins all that much anymore. So they're dollars. But then people thought, this is actually a pretty impractical way too, because I wish I could just have one piece of paper. One piece of paper to go about my life and paying for things. So then they came out with checks. And checks were great. You only had one piece of paper. People thought this is fantastic. But then, as we're seeing now with checks, people aren't using them as much because no one wants to balance their checkbooks. Nobody wants to, you're just kind of seeing a loss in just the overall. People are tired of writing down information on pieces of paper with their checks. So then they go to credit cards, debit cards, plastic, and then we're seeing more of that, which people are still using today, and that's where the currency is typically at. They swipe their cards. Well, now we're seeing people are in crazy credit card debt. Identities are getting stolen. My identity was just stolen a few months ago, back in February of 2018. I've never, through my debit card. So we're in a time right now where people are really getting tired of that, and so the masses are still in that, but the people that are looking for a way out, some kind of an alternative currency that is going to be a heavy hitter in the future here, and I'm talking 2020s, is cryptocurrency. It's way more efficient. You basically own an algorithm with a number on it. You own a number basically with a company brand over the top of it. And in that, jumping back to Ripple here, if cryptocurrency is a big holder in this whole thing, then, we're really looking at, if cryptocurrency is a thing, we have to be focused on what cryptocurrencies are going to work, because there's over thousands of them, but which ones are going to last, because they're all not gonna. Ripple, if cryptocurrency is a thing, Ripple will last. Now, the cousin to Ripple, if you're a real Ripple hater, is Stellar Lumens. Stellar is a fantastic coin, and in my personal opinion, we're going to see that coin go up and down just as Ripple does. So, Stellar is currently at about 34 cents. Ripple is about 85 cents. And as Ripple goes up, Stellar will go up. It's more of a decentralized coin, and is preferred among those who really want the cryptocurrency space to be set aside from banks. So, in a nutshell, if you're kind of against the whole Ripple idea, Stellar is your next best option. Now, let's move on to Tron really quick. Tron was a very hyped up coin. I'm not a huge fan of the CEO, but yes, I'm heavily invested in Tron. Tron is currently trading at 4 cents. I bought in when it was just way less than that. And the technology hype around that came the end of March, I believe it was March 31st of 2018, really didn't see anything. And as a Tron holder, that's kind of a bummer, but in a way you almost kind of expect it. I feel like they almost kind of shot themselves in the foot. Where do I see this coin going? It could be a potential currency to pass out, you know what I mean? That's just what Tron is. Tron is kind of a letdown right now. Could it fold? It sure could. But could it blast off? Yeah. Fingers crossed. If I had to put my money on it again, I would have invested in a different currency. I'm still ahead on my investment, but so that's where that's at. Talking quick about Dogecoin. People call it a joke coin. People call it the Reddit coin. People don't take it seriously, but I've made more money off of Dogecoin than any other coin that I currently hold. Seriously, we're talking right now, it's like just over half a penny, and at its all-time high it was a penny and a half or whatever, just over that. This is a coin that just doubled in price, as well as Ripple, just 2 weeks ago. I mean, 2 weeks ago I bought 100,000 Dogecoins for $260 or 275 or whatever it was. I mean, and I just doubled my money. It was just a quick little investment, and that's if you're unfamiliar with the current cryptocurrency in general, invest in Dogecoin, because you know, for $1 you can get a lot of it, and then you get your feet wet and you kind of get your eye on the market. And if you don't know what cryptos to invest in, I highly suggest Ripple, Stellar, Cardano, or Dogecoin. Those are my personal opinions. Now let's get into a little bit of the more heavy-hitting cryptos, like, okay, we can talk really quick about Bitcoin. Do I have anything invested in Bitcoin? Absolutely not. Is it going to go to 50,000 a share? Yeah, probably will. Will it go to 100,000? I don't know. The thing with Bitcoin is that it started everything. It's a really cool coin to have if you were back then, but now we're in 2018. We're not in the 2009s anymore, okay? So the time to get in for that particular coin is kind of done. It also can't handle the masses that are coming when they do come in the 2020s into the crypto space. It can't survive as a real sustainable crypto. The speed and the fees that come with that particular crypto, as Bitcoin is garbage in comparison. Ripple is way faster than any kind of trade as far as trading speed goes. Ripple's your number one pick, hands down. Ethereum came out with smart contracts, but even now, we're seeing the limitations in the foreseeable future that smart contracts brings. And if you're a long-term holder, that's really something you got to think about. So am I invested in Ethereum? I'll tell you right now, no. Will I ever be? No. If you want to think about the next generation, I think about third generation technology. Ethereum, in my personal opinion, can only go so high. At its all-time high, where we're seeing those 1,300, now it's trading at just over 500. Is it ever going to trade at 10,000? Yeah, it probably will. Is it going to take out Bitcoin? Maybe for a little bit, but it's going to be a while. But can I see other altcoins surpassing Ethereum? Every single person I ask says yes. Ethereum is very passable. What coin is going to do that? Who knows? Let's talk really quick about Dash. Dash is in my personal opinion, very similar to Ethereum. I like the marketing strategy that the company holds. You'll actually see their advertisements on YouTube quite frequently. Dash is a coin to get involved in. At its all-time low 2 weeks ago, I'm just talking more relevant. Of course, it was lower, but 2 weeks ago it was just under 300. Now it's in that 440 range. It's a fantastic coin. It's going to go places. I just guarantee you. It's almost like an Ethereum, and in reality, I can see Dash surpass Ethereum with ease. And you guys might not like that idea. Another coin to keep your eye on is Litecoin. Litecoin is fantastic because, you're sitting here with this. It's not as bullish, but the spikes and drops aren't as steep as some of these other cryptos within the same space. Currently trading at about 100 and 70 or yeah, around, it's in the upper hundreds right now. Lower it was about 114 a share. Fantastic price. Another I guess you could say altcoin that gets a lot of attention is NEO. NEO is, in my personal opinion, only a great coin if you store it within a NEO wallet that you can get gas from. That's the only good thing about NEO, in my personal opinion. Do I see it going places? Yeah, probably. Okay, I'd compare it to Optimus Go. I'd compare it to Golem,